No, did she come? She didn't come. Um, Laura Lynn, Meredith, Sherry. She's back. Mm, can't believe it's March. I know. About to get started. Yeah. Good morning. Well, it is 10 o'clock. We will get started. Can you believe it's March already? Wow, this year is flying by. Um, we also have lots of things going on in March, which you'll hear about soon, but I wanted to remind you also that this upcoming weekend we change our clocks again. It's time to spring forward. Yeah, my kids were very disappointed. They start spring break that day and said we already lose an hour of spring break, so much to look forward to that. All right. We will get started with a patriotic song, My Country 'Tis of Thee. Please stand. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, all thee I see. Under my father's right hand of the pilgrim's thread, of every mountain side, let freedom ring. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, I'd like to ask Aaron to come forward and lead us in invocation.
Welcome, good morning. Let us pray. Gracious and blessed God, we place our gathering and ourselves into your hands. this morning so that even the smallest tasks may bring you honor. Grant us clarity of mind and vision that we may see beyond these challenges and find innovative solutions together. God, work with us as we are challenged, guide us. When we are weary, energize us. Help us to be together as a community, working and striving towards your good. In this we pray. Amen.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask Laney Cardona to come up and give a few words as the resident council.
Thank you, Ms. Vicki. First off, and I know she's right up here up front, Ms. Leanne, I'd like to thank you all for 100% in our getting all the forms in for the homestead exemption. It was quite a task, and she did yeoman's duty in getting everybody to sign up. So it comes around every year, so remember, it's important to get that in. I'd like to thank the dining staff for the great Mardi Gras and Valentine's Day things that they did, and especially to Resident Services and Miss Lynn for more chocolate than y'all could consume, which was just beyond belief. Yeah, it was well done. Our staff really tries to work in some of these challenging times coming out of the pandemic, and now we have a new director, which Miss Vicki's going to take care of introducing, but welcome him with a warm welcome that we see the challenges ahead in dining, and we know that he's up to them. Please visit MyWLife. The communications teams have been doing great work in there, and there's a little module down in the corner called, is entitled Coming Soon. Please look in there. Tell them the good and the bad and the ugly about what you see in there, because that's the only way we can get corrections made. There's some new modules in there. Some have been reworked. We're trying to bring all that up to snuff so that it really becomes a useful tool. But only your input will help make that work better. So please do use it. And there's some new items in there. Tech Tips is a new one. Please look into that. Kind of a housekeeping issue. If you live in Oak South, please return the grocery cards. We know that at the end of your shopping day, you're worn out, but if you leave it on the 5th floor somewhere, somebody else coming in can't find it. So please be a good neighbor and get it back down to the closet where it belongs. It'll help everybody else. And lastly, in these times of artificial intelligence, scams are becoming more difficult to identify because they're being so well done. So please pay attention. Any unsolicited calls, pop-ups on your computer, or anything like that, if it doesn't look familiar, if it's too good to be true, just hang up, go to your browser, and go to the site that you know is the site that you're dealing with, or the phone number of the corporation or business, especially your bank or anybody else that's got anything to do with financial assets. Do not respond to telephone calls and those kinds of things because they're about 99.9% scams. Be serious about this. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Jeff's not in yet, so I'm going to go ahead since I'm normally in this spot just to give my announcements. As COVID is about upon us again, it seems like it goes up and down, so just wanted to remind everybody we're seeing more and more cases. Some people are thinking they have some seasonal allergies because it may present that way to start with, sneezing, runny nose, sore throat, things like that. So please be mindful of that. If you are experiencing symptoms, please do go ahead and reach out to the clinic, to the Health Resource Center. One of our nurses down there will be glad to review that with you and give you those precautions again if you need to. And plus, they need to get some information from you in case others have been exposed so that we can alert people. Again, we don't let people know who is positive, but we just let them know they may have been in an area where they were exposed. So please do continue to let us know. Another item we shared recently through a weekly memo and then at the resident council, but in case you're not aware, I wanted to make sure you do know that we have received 10 additional AEDs. Those are the automatic external defibrillators. And they've been placed throughout the campus, so we have a total of 12 now. We already had one in Memory Care Center and on the third floor of the Perry Center in assisted living. And now we have added those additional 10. There's one here in the McGuire Center at the back, the Floridian Dining Room, Azalea Gardens, and Chasen Garden lobbies, the pool house in the kitchen area, and Canopy Oaks. Tim and I went around to place these, so he's helping me remember. We've got Canopy Oaks Fitness Center, Oak South Fitness Center, Security Car, and am I forgetting any? Oak South Lobby. So again, they're out in quite a few locations. Although we hope we do not need to use them, they are there and available. Team members are required to be CPR, AED certified to be able to use them. We do offer courses, the trainings on site we have for a long time. We do have certain departments that are required to maintain that certification as part of their employment requirements, and that's nurses and CNAs. And our fitness team also is part of their job requirement. We will be moving forward with Meredith becoming our trainer for our team members. So we did have someone who recently retired, so we are making that change. So once her certification's in place, she'll continue that training for our team members. Residents are able to use the AEDs if they feel comfortable and there's a situation with or without training. But we do encourage people to take those courses. We've had the EMS team come out in the past to do some training here. They are also offered through American Red Cross and other agencies. Okay, and let's see. We will go ahead and let Ms. Gail come up and give us some update on the foundation.
Good morning. Y'all are so quiet this morning. Not awake yet, that's right. Pretty soon you will receive one of these reports in your cubby, most likely. And it's something that Jeff Coates, our Vice President of Philanthropy, and myself have been working on. And it's going to be the 2023 Westminster Oaks Community Summary. And on this, you will be able to see how much was raised here at Westminster Oaks, which includes cash received, charitable gift annuities, future estate commitments, the number of donors, and the number of actual gifts for 2023. It will also tell us how much has been used for Westminster Oaks, including benevolent assistance, how much has been received by our residents here from the Foundation for Benevolent Assistance, how much has been received for restricted projects. That's all the many different things that y'all come up with and sponsor, as well as enhancements that Shannon or Vicki or Jeff in the Health Center see and that are sponsored by the Foundation, as well as unrestricted gifts. This report will also list the different enhancements that have been provided in 2023. And I think it's going to be something that y'all will find interesting, informative. Many of you in the past have asked Jeff Coates for an annual summary. We need an annual report. And a lot of you are used to that from maybe universities that you donate to. So this is something new. And once it is created, I will make sure you get copies of it, and I will post it on My W Life as well. So something new and exciting. And for those of you who are artists, please look for the entry forms. They're at the Foundation Resource Center, which is right outside the library, near the dining room, across from our Legacy Society wall. And these are the entry forms that we would like to have turned in before April 15th. So look forward to seeing all of your wonderful art pieces in the 2024 virtual art show, as well as the future calendar, because the winners from the art show are featured in the annual calendars that we give out. And that's it for me. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. And we'll ask Jeff Bell to come up to give us an update on the Health Center.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. Couple of announcements that we have for the Health Center and for outpatient therapy, more importantly, but we have been very blessed to be stable in our management team in the Health Center and have continued to have some continuity with the people that were growing over there. And with that, our outpatient team, which was previously led by Panfilo DeMeo, he has moved on, and I'm very, very happy to announce that we have promoted from within. We have a gentleman that's been with us for over 10 years. His name is Donovan Gillis. And so anybody that's had any time in the health center in the inpatient status or had family members or loved ones or friends, they've probably been involved with Donovan. He's an incredible therapist. So we're very happy that he's taken on that new role to help grow our outpatient program and provide services to everybody in the independent community here and to the assisted living. So if you have any needs or you have any questions about outpatient, he's going to be the new contact down there. This is his second week on the job, so I spared him from coming and speaking to everybody on his great plans that he has for the program. But next month, I'll have him come in so that he can talk to you and introduce himself officially and appropriately as the new director of outpatient therapy. We are in the health center, as some of you are familiar, that our regulatory agency is the Agency for Healthcare Administration. And annually we are surveyed. We are one of the most highly regulated industries in the United States. And so we go through a very rigorous process every year. They come in, they're here for typically 4 days to go through that whole process of seeing what we're doing and making sure that we're up to standards and code. We're entering that season starting this month. Our window opens for our annual survey. We were surveyed last year in July, and we were found deficiency free. So we're going to hope to continue that this year. So we look to probably have that survey more in the July timeframe, but we do start that preparation all year round, and we're currently in our window, just so everyone is aware of that. Hospitalization. If I've mentioned this in these meetings in the past, if you or a neighbor or someone you know has been hospitalized, we like to make sure that we're in the know, even if it's not something that you're going to be coming into the health center or you even have a need for the health center. We do like to know so that our liaison can come and pay you a visit and make sure that there's anything that you need, that we're there, make sure the chaplain is available as well. We try to keep ourselves very informed to know if people are sent out, but sometimes it happens and we're not aware. So please just let somebody know, reach out to somebody, whether it's me in administration, whether it's Vicky, let us know that somebody is so that we can make sure that you're getting attended to and that we're making sure all your needs are met. And then the last thing I want to mention, and I've said this I think every meeting since I've been here, if you are not feeling well, and believe me, I think the majority of our independent living and assisted living and all of our families do a great job of this. But we are in outbreak status in the health center. We have a couple of residents that are COVID positive. And 90 to 95% of our outbreaks that we've had over the last year and a half are the result of somebody coming in for a visit. So if you're not feeling well, we do ask that you try to stay clear of the health center and visitation. And if you feel like you still need to come in, we do ask that you mask. Our staff are masking currently. Our staff do an incredible job, and it's a hard job. And when we have visitors are the ones that are exposing not only the residents, but our staff and their families as well. And it adds an extra burden to have to continue to isolate and gown and mask and do all of the things that you rigorously have to do to keep the health center clear of these outbreaks. It starts with the responsibility of everybody in the population. So remind others, if you know somebody is sick, please, please, please do what you can to protect everybody. Any questions for me? Great. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Jeff. Next, I'd like to introduce our new Dining Services Director, Mr. Paul Davidson. So he joined us last Monday, and Paul was previously working with Aramark at FSU and has his culinary arts degree from Culinary Institute of America in New York. And we are so glad to have him here. Come on up, Paul. And I must say, he hit the ground running last week when he arrived, and we're so grateful to have him here. And I'm going to let him say a few words, and know all of you are looking forward to getting to know him as much as he wants to know you.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I have to say, of all the places I've been, this is probably one of the warmest welcomes that I've had. So thank you all for those of you that I've met so far, and for everyone that I've seen. It's just been wonderful to have that. So thank you for that. So I do come from Florida State University. I was in charge of all of the catering for campus dining and for the president of FSU, and deep culinary background. So I'm hoping to apply that to some of the needs here for you all. So as Vicki had said, I've really been trying to push on helping us in terms of staffing. I know that that's one of our primary objectives, is helping to get our culinary team and our service team up to par in terms of staffing, and then at the same time working on all of our standard operating procedures to try to polish some of the methods of all the wonderful things that our current staff already does so exceptionally well. So, you know, we've hired 2 service members, 1 kitchen member just last week. I've got several more interviews this week for an assistant director, as well as 2 interviews for executive chefs. So we are working very hard to help fulfill the needs of everyone in our service team and our culinary team. We do have our dining chat, which is coming up on March 22nd at 2 o'clock. So just mark that off on your calendars. Hopefully I'll be able to meet more of you all and continue to absorb information and learn everything about how y'all operate here and how I can contribute to that and support our incredible team that you are already blessed with. So with that being said, does anyone have any questions for me? I'm sure I'll be hearing from all of you as I'm here. No? All right. Well, I'll see you around. It's been a pleasure so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Next, I'd like to call up Karen Oliveira, Housekeeping Director.
Good morning. I want to let you know I'm looking right now for quotes for cleaning the windows in the buildings, the outside. We're going to taking care of the inside like every year. Also, if you call housekeeping, please leave a message and we can call you back. If you send an email to me or WLive, put your email, because I usually go check the work order and I responded by the email. Any questions? Have easy today. No questions? Great.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Tim, come on up. He says he has no comments, but I bet he does. Or somebody surely has a question. All right, Tim.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm not the new guy on the block anymore. So a couple things we got going on. Our lighting campus-wide remains at 99% effective. No matter what we do, there's always going to be a light that burns out somewhere. I ask that everybody be cautious on Meandering Way. There's a bridge with a bad handrail. I'm sure you've seen the caution tape on it. We will be getting that repaired this week. Also, as an update to our ongoing projects, for example, the gazebo at the pool, our bridges that are out on the different nature trails, whatnot. Our architect went skiing, long weekend, and laid him up for about 3 weeks. He ended up getting a concussion and put him way behind. So just keep him in your prayers, if you would. So yeah, that put us about a month behind on everything. Currently, we do have our capital expense budget for next fiscal. We are taking quotes right now to go ahead and seal coat Meandering Way and restripe it all the way down to just past the health center. This chiller finally has come in. It's not on site, but we do have the installation crews here this afternoon at 1 o'clock to take a look at site conditions and get us scheduled to actually install the new chiller. Also, at our out front, we have our new rose garden. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to take a look at that. Yep, happy with that one? Good. And the Emerald Chase kiosk work is complete. We just need the city of Tallahassee to stab a meter in, and it'll be up and operational. And that's all I have. Any questions? Go ahead. Oh, we need a mic. How come you didn't ask him anything? That's right. The newness is worn off.
The rose garden.
Yes, sir.
It's really pretty. There's just one problem with it.
What's that?
Roses need sun to grow. The trees block the sun in the morning and the building blocks it in the afternoon. The rose garden that was there before was pitiful. You should not put roses there.
Okay.
The area, you know where the beautiful pergola is gonna come eventually? That area has been forgotten totally, and it looks like an abandoned lot. Weeds are going crazy, it's totally unkept. So it will be nice if that gets clean, and because we can use it on a nice day even without the pergola.
Right.
So that needs to be clean. Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, thank you very much and have a wonderful week.
Okay, thank you, Tim. Sherry Wiggum, Director of Marketing, we'll have her come up.
Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Wanted to give you an update on our occupancy right now. Overall, we are at 94.3. That's broken up. Independent living at 95.1. Assisted and memory care at 92. And health center at 93.3 right now. So, I wanted to also remind everyone about our resident referral program. That is, if you are speaking with a friend and answering questions about, living here at Westminster Oaks, bringing them out for lunch, showing them around, if they move in and they name you as their sponsor, you will get $200 off of your monthly service fee for 1 full year, and so will they. We believe that our residents are our best marketers, and they've put this in place to help and thank everyone for talking to their friends about moving here. So we appreciate all the support that you've given. Also, too, I just wanted to say, and I don't know, have you spoken yet? Did you say it? Saturday, I was at a wine tasting at Total Wine. And I mean, the guy there had no idea that Gail and I worked at Westminster Oaks, and so he went through his presentation. It was really a lot of fun. And he started talking about the best group that he has had at his wine tastings. And guess who it was? It was Westminster Oaks. He said that was the most fun that he had. I just had to mention that to you. I said, hey, we know how to party at Westminster Oaks. Does anybody have any questions for me? Yes.
So about 10 years ago, when I got on the list for Westminster Oaks, we were told that it was be about 5 years till we were at the top of the list. And now I have people, asking me about getting on the list and should they do it and all of that. And I was wondering, from what I hear, it sounds like it's not that long of a wait anymore to get to the top of the list.
It's not that long of a wait anymore to move in. We still have people that, I still have people on the list that got on 2000, 98, 99, 2000. Some of those maybe are not ever going to move here, but we do get a lot of people that get on the waiting list and say, I'm not ready for, some of them 8 to 10 years out. So we have such an inventory now, which is nice, very assorted, different types of living accommodations. And people, we just go by past history of the past year of how things have turned over. So probably for a duplex or a home, as long as you're not saying, I only want to live in this area and I'm not going in, you could be looking about a year, maybe 8 months. It just depends. So yes, that time has definitely shortened for those people that come up and they're ready. A lot less on an apartment now, unless you're looking at Canopy Oaks. That is where our opportunity is right now, is in Oak South and in the Garden Apartments. So we have some studios, 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms available there. So if you know anyone, and we can offer an incentive on our studios and 1 bedrooms right now till around the end of April. So if you'd like to learn more about that, let me know. Be happy to tell you. And if you want any information sent out to anyone, we'll be happy to do that or give you the information to give to them. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Sherry. And next we'll have Meredith Swain, our wellness coordinator.
Good morning. Lynn is laughing at me, so I was just... Good morning. So a couple quick updates. We have a new team member in the fitness department. Her name is Aubrey. If you have not had a chance to meet her, please come on down and say hello. She will be doing a lot of our personal training, so if you also have not taken advantage of that yet, come on down and we'll have a little chat and get you set up with some one-on-one resistance training or cardio training, whatever your goals might be. On March 22nd, we are having National Goof Off Day. So we will be outside here on the terrace from about 11:30 to 1:30. During lunchtime, we'll be having cornhole and some other outdoor games. So if you would like to join us to goof off for a little bit, our team members will also be joining us. So it'll be a good opportunity just to kind of have some fun on a Friday. Hopefully the weather will be ready for us. Other than that, we have a new group schedule coming April 1st, so be on the lookout for that as we get closer to April. It will be on green paper. So again, we're color coding so that there's no confusion. So starting April 1st, we will be operating on a green group class schedule. Okay? Questions? No. Okay, thank you.
Oh, she does have one question.
Tim.
So let Tim address the pool.
It's not consistent because the equipment's very old. I'm currently taking bids on new heat pumps and heat pump heaters and new pumps. Basically, the ranges anywhere from about $7,000 up to $25,000 right now. So it's extremely expensive to rectify this, and we're trying to do everything we can to get it to be more consistent. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Meredith and Tim, for those words. Lynn Kimmel, come on up. Yeah, all the fun stuff.
Coming to a theater near you. You all saw the article in the WOW on page 7. Our Westminster Players have been crazy busy. They have not rewritten, but one of our residents, Charles Conaway, took a trip back to his home in Alabama and visited cemeteries. And while he was there, the graves spoke to him. And he wrote a book, Alabama Epitaphs. Some of them are really what he knew about the people. Some of them he totally made up because they were speaking to him, remember? Anyway, there's about 30 of them that the Westminster Players have written, condensed, and they want to bring the book to life, so to speak. So, on Friday night, April 26th, they are hosting a storytelling of sorts here in the McGuire Center, and they are looking for about 30 residents and staff to participate in this. You don't have to memorize your part. Just read it a few times and be familiar with it. The script will be available for you to use when you present it. There is a book of scripts in the library, and there's one down around my area. And there's sign-up sheets on the bulletin boards outside my office. If you are interested, come down and fill out the sign-up sheet, go to the library and glance through the book and read over the parts and see which one you think you might like to be. And if there's not 30 of you that participate, some may be lucky and score two roles to be. Anyway, they will have a meeting on March the 15th for everybody to get together and meet with Marlene, who is going to direct it for us. Then they'll have one rehearsal on, or one read-through on Friday the 22nd, and then a couple of rehearsals the week leading up to it. So it's not real involved, not a lot of your time taking, and you don't have to memorize. So if you're interested in participating in that, you will get a letter this afternoon from the players in your cubbies. Well, I should rephrase that. It's going to be copied right after the meeting this morning and left for them. I don't know when they're going to distribute it. I would hope probably today or tomorrow. So anyway, be looking for that. It's got all the information in it, and it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be the end of, you got a question? Yes, staff too. Yes, residents and staff. Yes, I thought I said that. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't. Okay, residents and staff both. And we also need volunteers. I'm running on Kelly's Parade. The children from W.T. Moore come over every year for an Easter egg hunt. There's not but about 100 of them. And we hide eggs. We open the bag and sling them in the woods over there outside Azalea Gardens. We need people to help us hide eggs. The kids arrive about 9:15 to hunt them. They gather about 15 in their basket. So we hide about 1,500 eggs. And we need just a few extra hands, if you don't mind showing up that morning about 7:30 or 8 to help us open bags and sling eggs out in the woods. That would be great. And that's on Wednesday, the 27th of March. They're coming that Wednesday, the 27th. Our singers are going to be doing Tapestry of Darkness, which is their Easter cantata, on Sunday afternoon, March 24th at 4 o'clock here in the McGuire Center. It's always a very moving time for this season of the year, and I invite you all to mark your calendars and be sure and come to that. Sparklers are having their spring training. If you're interested in becoming a sparkler, you can contact Beth Mercer, or there are sign-up forms in the Perry Building main lobby and outside the clinic in the lower level. And they do ask that you sign up ahead of time so that they can be sure they have enough handouts and everything. On March the 14th at 10 in the morning here in the McGuire Center, Sonny Phillips, who is a bird expert, has traveled around the country doing birding classes and just full of knowledge, is going to talk to us about birds, give us all of her knowledge, a three-day class condensed into 1 hour. So be sure and come, and to kick that off, we're going to have Chick-fil-A chicken and biscuits at 9:15, bird and a biscuit, before we have the bird class at 10. So be sure you come for that. It was scheduled for the 28th, and we decided to move it before her class. So it's going to be that morning, the 14th at 9:15. We're going to have bird and a biscuit, followed by the bird talk from Sonny Phillips. So be sure and come join us. It's going to be fun. Luck of the Irish Happy Hour is this coming Monday, the 11th, in the Bistro. Be sure and join us. Don your green and come on. We're going to celebrate a little bit early. And that's all I have. Questions, comments, concerns? Make it a great day.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. And Laura Seaton, you want to come up?
Good morning. So we are back in Ollie classes. We are in our springish ones right now, and then the ones they call summer actually start late spring. I know it's confusing, it throws me off every time. If you're interested, please contact our resident representative, who is Mary Ann Price, and she can get with you. She's right there raising her hand. She can get with you schedules, get you information, how to get registered, everything like that. So if you're interested in the classes, we have some fun classes coming. Please get with her to get some more information. On the 12th, it is National Alfred Hitchcock Day. We're doing a mini marathon in here on the 12th. We're going to show at noon, Rear Window, at 2, Dial M for Murder, and at 4, Vertigo. So you don't need to come in and sit, pop in, watch a little bit as you're going to dinner, maybe getting done with lunch. They're just going to show one right after each other with maybe a 10-15 minute break in the middle of them. So just come, pop in, watch a little bit of them, familiarize with them if you haven't seen them in a while. But it is National Hitchcock Day, so we'll be showing all 3 of those in here. The 13th is the Tech Roundabout. That is with Tegan and Asia. They have a generalized tech topic that they go over, and then it's open for questions, concerns, help with problems, anything like that that you have. 10 o'clock on the 13th. Do not forget, I don't know, I was a few minutes late. I don't know if this was mentioned, but the election is the 19th in here. The room will not be accessible that day because of that. Please make sure you have all your election materials in line. Ann Thistle is our community representative. If you have questions on if your identification is correct or if you have the right cards, please contact her and she can clarify that with you, or contact the Department of Elections. Supervisor of Elections, excuse me. I haven't added it to my W Life yet, but this month's McGuire Explorers, we're going to Lake Tribe Brewery. We are going to learn how they make the beer and then do some sampling. If you haven't been there, it's been around for a little while. It is down off of Tharp Street, kind of near Mission. It's kind of tucked away in a little back, so if you don't know it's there, but you might have had their beer. It's been at a lot of local restaurants, so you might have actually even had it before. Don't forget My W Life. If you're still logging in as a guest, please stop it. Please come and see me. If you're still doing that, you're a new resident, please come and see me or give me a call, an email. Let me get you signed up with your correct username and password, because if you are signing in as a guest, you are not seeing everything. Everything is not you cannot see everything when you line in as a guest. There's some stuff just for our residents, and you also cannot sign up for those activities. So please see me. One more thing, I haven't even confirmed it with Tim yet, but they're going to be starting the painting on our McGuire Center hallway, either later this afternoon or first thing in the morning. please be cognitive of that when you walk through there. They'll have it marked out, and they're going to be doing small sections at a time, so they're not in your way, but please be cognitive when you're walking through and pay attention that there will be some large scaffolding and ladders and stuff in that hallway as you're walking back and forth. Questions? All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Laura. Just want to wrap up with a few comments. As you know, we're glad to have Paul here, but we're very sad that Radiance is leaving us. So you may have seen that in a memo recently. She's currently on a well-deserved vacation for 3 weeks, and she'll be back next Friday, or this Friday, I guess. She'll only be with us then through about the 15th as it stands right now. We do plan to do some type of time for residents to come and meet with her or say goodbye, because I know she's been a very important part for the last 5 years to most of you. So we do want to have that opportunity. We will send out an announcement. Lynn will send a blast out of that date. Probably during the week, sometime between the 13th and 15th will be when we plan to do that. So we will get that information out to you. So I just wanted to say that before I forgot. And next, we want to have Kelly Skiba come up, our volunteers director.
Wait, I have to get some.
Good morning, everyone. Today's a big day. I'm really excited about some of the things I have to share. Well, first, a couple of housekeeping items. Again, first of the month, so it is time to turn in your volunteer hours for February. On campus, off campus, please send them to me or to Ann Thistle. You can write them down, you can email me, you can call me, you can stop by and say hello. We'd love to collect those hours. You have until the 10th. On March 15th, you may have seen it in the WOW, we are having another volunteer meet and greet. I asked all the volunteers or those who are interested in volunteering and want to find something that might fit you to come by. We're going to talk about opportunities on campus and off campus. And we also have some special guests that are coming from the Florida Department of Elder Affairs. They're going to share some information about a great program that they have for senior volunteers called Hope Heroes. They will tell you all about it and be there with their laptops to help sign people up if you're interested in participating. So don't miss that. Again, it's March 15th. It's going to be at 10 a.m. in the theater. So we hope to see you there. Our monthly visit to Second Harvest is March 25th. We will leave at 9:30 out in front of the Perry Center. So if you've not done it before, I invite you to join us. It's a really good time and a great way to help fellow seniors in our community. So finally, this is an exciting part of this presentation. Each year, Westminster communities take a few moments to celebrate and recognize the tremendous contributions of our volunteers and their dedication to making our mission a reality. We have so many individuals on this campus and throughout all of Westminster communities that work hard to make our mission a reality. So it's a true challenge to select just one volunteer to recognize for the year for the things they've done to help in our community. This year, we are recognizing a volunteer who is truly leaving a legacy for generations to come on this campus. It's because of her vision and dedication to improving the lives of those individuals with dementia that we are honoring her. Years ago, she saw a need and laid out a plan. She rallied volunteers to make regular visits to persons with dementia and to add a little sparkle to their lives, as well as to the recipient. Miss Greta, would you please come forward? We all know the tremendous work the Sparklers do day in and day out, and it's all due to the vision of this special lady right here. That was a surprise. I know it was.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sparklers can't exist without you all, so give yourselves some applause too.
There are many other ways she brightens our days through her ministry, through organizing the annual Martin Luther King Day Jr. programs, and all the work she does on our health and wellness programs throughout the year. So I don't think there's anyone on this campus who hasn't been touched by the work of Miss Greta. Thank you for all you've done behind the scenes to ensure the best quality of life for our community. Ms. Greta will be representing Westminster Oaks at the annual Volunteer of the Year Luncheon, which will be held at the Rosen Plaza in Orlando on May 22nd. So we look forward to seeing her there. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Very well deserved, Ms. Greta. So saving the best for last there. Anybody have any other questions before we conclude? No? All right. Very few questions today. Well, have a great day and great March.